Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is a video that is made especially and particularly for runners that are based inside of Japan, or even if you're not based inside of Japan but you're coming here to participate inside of any marathon such as the Tokyo Marathon, which is probably the biggest one here, one of the 6 world majors. So if you're running inside of that race or any other race inside of Japan, these are some energy gels that you can buy out of the supermarket. And we're going to review them right here on the channel for you guys. I would like to give a very special shout out to Ben Parks because this video was inspired by a runner's gel video that he made on his channel, in which he's reviewing all these different types of running gels that you could purchase inside the UK and inside the United States, giving runners a heads up about what's good and what's out there. Just all of that stuff. So we're pretty much doing the same thing right here on this channel, but all of these are Japan only based products. So I got 10 of them here, but trust me when I say that there's even more than this that is on the supermarket shelf, but I figured 10 is enough to make a good video with, and there's probably even 10 more of them out there. And maybe inside of a subsequent video, depending on how good this one does, I may or may not review those, but inside of this video, it's gonna be these 10. And I have my notes written down on this notepad in front of me. I'd like to introduce these to you really quickly. These two are from a brand that is called Calorie Mate, and they make like a little energy bar, and one little bar is about 100 calories, and it comes with 4 bars inside of a pack. So if you were to consume all of them, that would be 400 calories. So now they went ahead and just made an energy drink type, whatever this is, a jelly that you consume that is essentially the same thing as those power bars. But I got 2 different flavors of this. I got lime and grapefruit, and then I got apple. Pocari Sweat is an energy drink maker inside of Japan. You can kind of equate them to being like the Japanese version of Gatorade. So this is Pocari Sweat, and this flavor is ice slurry. This one right here is called Amino Vital. Amino Vital or Amino Vital. This one is made by Ajinomoto, and I have 4 different versions of this Amino Vital in different flavors from this company. So we're going to review 4 inside of this video. But this one in particular, this is the apple flavor. And the one that's right next to it inside of the blue package, this one is called Amino Vital Super Sport. So, you know, with that name branded on the packaging, you know that this one is made specifically for sport. I assume that you could use all of these for your sport needs, but maybe some of them you may not want to, such as this next one. I guess this is kind of a little bit of a mistake that I made purchasing this. I'm going to review this one particularly for the flavor, but I made a big mistake. This one, Zone Energy Gear. Zone is a energy drink maker that makes drinks that are kind of like Red Bull, but like the Japanese version of that, right? So this naturally has caffeine inside of it. Caffeine and running just don't mix good together at all. You know, if you were to take this while running or before running, and you were to go on a long run and your heart beat is up, you know, your heart might explode inside of your chest. So I would highly recommend that you don't take this one prior to running. So realistically, we're just reviewing these 9, and I'm just kind of more or less talking about the flavor of this one. But this was an accidental purchase, and I would highly recommend that you don't buy this and take this while running. The next one is from a brand called Morinaga. They make different snacks. They make all kinds of foods and different things and drinks. But this one is called N Energy, and this flavor is musket jelly. All of these are essentially pretty much a jelly that is contained inside of here. And the next one here, we have the Amino Vital. This one is called Guts Musket. I don't know what Guts is, but being that it's the Japanese language, it apparently doesn't mean the same thing that it means inside of English. Because I would sure hope that there is no guts inside of here. But anyways, there's that. Then we have Amino Vital. This one is apple flavor. This one is apple flavor too, but these two are a little bit different. It's just what's inside of the package makes them different. And then the final one we have here is called Speed Charge, and this one, the flavor is mixed berry, or it says here amino acids with royal jelly citric acid, but this one is mixed berry. So I'm gonna taste all of these today, and on my little notepad here, I'm gonna tell you guys the calories inside of each one of these, how many carbs are inside of it, and I'm gonna tell you how many grams, meaning the weight of the package itself. How many grams is the package? So I'm gonna give you those three statistics, trying to get that out without getting tongue-tied. And then I'm going to write down my taste numbering right next to the product after I have it. I need to devise a system of how I'm going to do this. Let's just say that a 1 is the absolute worst taste that you can possibly get, and 10 being it tastes like perfection. So 10 is the best, 1 is the least. Let's go ahead and start with the Calorie Mate jelly, lime, and grapefruit. So this one comes in a package of 215 grams. There's 33.2 grams of carbs inside of here, and it's 200 calories. So let's go ahead and open up this one and see what it tastes like. Crack the seal on that. I'm not a big fan of jelly, but being as it is that I'm a runner, this is something that is kind of necessary in order to get through those long runs, because you're going to need to devise some type of system to get something inside of you so that you have the energy to finish through to the finish line. But here we go, lime and grapefruit. That one was not half bad. Being that this was the first Japanese energy gel that I tried, that actually tastes pretty good for what it is. The flavor is just like what it says on the package. It's lime and grapefruit, but I want to say the thing about this one is that it's not a very overpowering taste. It's not underpowering, or it's not pungent or tart, or it has a disgusting flavor or anything to it. It's a very adequate flavor. It gives you just enough flavor so that you can down it and not be disgusted with it. Well, for my first drink, I'm going to say that was pretty good. I don't want to give it a perfect 10 because I don't know how the rest of these are going to taste. So we have to give it something just for starters. So I'm going to go ahead and give the lime and grapefruit a taste of a 7. All right, let's go ahead and move along to the next one. The statistics of this one is exactly the same as the previous one. This is 215 grams. Inside of the entire package, it's 33.2 grams of carbs, and it's 200 calories. So let's crack this one open and give it a taste. This one is pretty good as well. Nice apple flavor. I'm gonna say the flavor is definitely a lot more intense inside of the apple flavor. If it's flavor that you're actually looking for, you want something that tastes extremely good, and you want something with a strong, heavy flavor, definitely this apple has that. It's definitely easier to taste on the tongue than it is inside the lime and grapefruit. If you want something that's just a little bit more subtle and a little bit more tasteless, then go with the lime and grapefruit. But I'm gonna go ahead and give the apple a flavor ranking of an 8. So we're already starting pretty high up with just the start. Let's go ahead and have the Pocari Sweat. Now this one is called the Ice Slurry. I hope it tastes like the energy drink because it is my favorite Japanese energy drink. And I drink it, before some of my runs, after my runs. But let's go ahead and have this. This one might not be a gel. It comes inside of a different type of package. You have this little top that you rip off, a little plastic top, so I've already did that. And you squeeze it and it just comes up. The rest of them all have resealable tops with the exception of this. Before I forget about the stats of this one is the lightest one out of all of them. This is only 100 grams and there's 27.3 grams of carbs inside of here, and you have 97 calories inside of this one. So this is kind of, I don't want to say it like that, turn you guys off. It's a little bit more slime-like and less jelly-like, if that makes any sense. You know, you think a jelly is something that's kind of jiggling and it's a little bit thicker and richer, and this one is a little bit more slime-like. It's more, you know, it goes down more fluid. And the taste is a little bit similar to Pocari Sweat. I'm gonna have to lick my fingers here. I'm sorry if I disgust you guys by doing that. This package came out a little bit sticky. All right, so the ice slurry, it tastes a little bit like the Pocari Sweat energy drink, but it's not a very flavorful drink. It's just a very neutral drink. So when it comes to taste, it's not bad at all, but it's not good at all either. It's just right there inside the middle metric. So we're gonna go ahead and give this one a 5 for flavor. Next one up, we have the Amino Vital apple. Now we got two different apples here, but this one is a little bit different. This is 180 grams inside of this package. 39.1 grams of carbs inside of here, and 160 calories. So I'm just looking at this really quickly. Yeah, so this is not a whole lot of energy inside of this compared to some of these other ones that I'm getting ready to review. But you know, there's some energy inside of here. It's pretty good. So apple flavor. Let's see if it's gonna taste better than the Calorie Mate apple. Let's crack this one open. All right. The flavor is definitely a lot heavier and sharper than the Calorie Mate, but being as it is, on the contrary, it's not a better taste. This one tastes a little bit more artificial. It just has a very artificial taste to it. I mean, it's good. It'll go down. I'll definitely drink it, and I'll finish this off. It's not that it's disgusting. It's just that it's not the best inside of the world. So when it comes to flavor, even though it has the strongest flavor yet that I've tried out of the four, just it kind of disgusts me just a little bit with how unnatural it is. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give this one a rating of a 6. Next one up, we have the Amino Vital Super Sport. This one is very light, just almost the same as the Pocari Sweat. This is 100 grams inside of here, and this one is 21.7 carbs and 100 calories. So out of everything that we're trying today, this one has the least amount of calories and the least amount of grams inside of this. So if you're looking for maximum energy, I would I mean, this is called Super Sport, but you know, well, I can't necessarily say it's the worst, because this is only a 100-gram package, where some of these is like 215 grams. I'm sure if they put the same amount of grams inside of here, if this was 200 grams, this would trump some of these other ones. But if you're doing a light run that is 10K, this will be very good for that purpose. So, you know, let's go ahead and give it a taste. 100 calories, 21 grams, right? Oh, that's pretty disgusting. That one also has an artificial taste, kind of medicinal-like. So far, this is the least delicious out of all of these. I mean, I'm gonna have to stomach it down at some point in time because I bought it. But I'm thinking somewhere between a 3 and a 4. If I give it a 4, that's me being generous. I'm gonna go ahead and give the flavor of this one a 3. All right. I'm gonna have to switch pins out here because I got the ink of this one running out. So let's try the next one. This is the Zone Energy Gear. Obviously, I told you not to buy this for running. If you buy this, just buy it in your own time to consume at home. If you're trying to wake up in the morning or you have a late night at work or something like that, just buy it for that purpose, but don't use it for running, definitely. I'm just going to give you the stats for it anyways, just to stay consistent, but please don't use it for running. 180 grams inside of the entire package, 75 milligrams of caffeine, 45 grams of carbs, and 180 calories. So let's open this one up and see what it tastes like. This one has a yellow look to it. Kind of looks slimy. This one comes out like a thick, hard slime. And the taste is pretty good. It tastes like a Monster energy drink, or it just tastes like an energy drink in general. So the flavor is actually pretty good on that. I just wish it didn't have the caffeine inside of here. So in terms of flavor, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this one, if you like energy drinks, I'm gonna give it a 7. If you don't like the taste of energy drinks, you could give it like a 5. But all in all, I'm gonna give that a 7, just assuming that you like the taste of energy drinks, such as Monster. Next one, Energy or Energy. This is from the brand Morinaga. This one is 180 grams, 180 calories, and 45 grams of carbs inside of this. And the flavor of this one is musket. And we've already tried the lime and grapefruit, so this is kind of, well, that's grapefruit, that's not grape, so sorry about that. I don't like the way the jelly feels jiggling all the way down to my intestine. But anyways, this is flavor's pretty good. Tastes just like musket. But the texture has these small jelly balls inside of here. You may or may not like that, but it is what it is. But just based on the taste alone, it tastes like musket. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this one, I'm gonna give it an 8 because it tastes like what it says is inside of the package, and it's not very medicinal-like or artificial flavors. Next one up, Amino Vital. This is the Guts Musket. So this is also a musket flavor, but just a different company. And this is 250 grams. This is by far the biggest package out of all of these. You get the most inside of here. This is 50 grams of carbs. So if you need the most amount of carbs, this one has the most out of all of these as well. And this one is also 200 calories. Now these Calorie Mates are also 200 calories, so it's a tie, you know, between all three of these. But if you want the most of everything, the most inside the package, the most grams, and the most calories, this is gonna be the one. All right, so this is musket as well. Let's hope it's as good as the previous one. Yeah, this one tastes very unnatural. It tastes a little bit like musket, but that's a very faint somewhere in the background, but that tastes more medicinal than anything else. It's not even comparable to this one. I'm gonna give this one a ranking of a 5. It's middle of the road. Next one up, Amino Vital Power Energy, and this one is also an apple flavor. 180 grams inside the entire package, 44 grams of carbs, and 180 calories. All right, and this one is also apple, and this one was apple flavor as well. The difference between these two, they're both apple. This one is 160 calories, this one is 180 calories. And this one right here is 160, what is this? Sorry, 39.1 grams of carbs, and this one is 44 grams of carbs. So you get a lot more content inside of this one, and if you need a lot more energy as a runner, this is definitely going to provide it. Let's just hope it tastes as good as this one. Remember, I gave this apple flavor a 6, which is not bad at all. I can't even get this one out of the package. Wow. It is making a disgusting noise. That is not me, by the way, if that's picking up on the microphone. That's me squeezing this thing, and it's just making this farting noise. It's like a whoopee cushion, but it's not even coming up. Hold on. All right. Flavor is generally about the same. It doesn't taste as good as that first apple that I had. Let me just go ahead and give this another taste just to make sure. Oh yeah, this apple is 100% better. This one right here, even though it provides you with better energy, it just does not taste as good. I would just take the hit and just get less, just, you know, just to have the better flavor. This one, this is gonna be, that's kind of disgusting. I'm gonna give that like a 4, or I'll give it a 5. Yeah, let me just taste this one last time. I mean, it was tolerable, but it was kind of disgusting. Let's see here. This is gonna be an adequate taste, so let's go ahead and let's give this a 5. Now we're on to the final one here. This is the Speed Charge. It says on the front, amino acids, royal jelly, citric acid. So this one is 180 grams and 25.6 grams of carbs, but only 110 calories. So, you know, when it comes to calories, this one is one of the ones, you know, out of these three, it doesn't provide the least out of everything, but this is in the top 3 of providing the least amount of calories that you could possibly get. And the flavor is mixed berry. Let's taste this. Just hope it's good. Oh, that's disgusting. Tastes like mixed berry, but it's a very artificial medicinal flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a taste rating of a 4. So I like that one the least out of all of them. I mean, whatever you get, they're all tolerable. You'll be able to stomach them all, but you just want to give them a nice test and buy which one you like the most and just kind of stick with it. And you also want to test it inside of your runs. Like today, I'm getting ready to do a 10K as soon as I get off of the camera. I'm going to do an 11K, which is 7 miles actually. And I'm going to bring one of these with me to finish off. Probably this Pocari Sweat, because I already broke the seal on that and I got to throw this away. But, you know, I'm going to bring this with me, and you want something that's going to take care of you. And just find what you like and just stick with it is what I recommend. But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this review over all of these running gels. Again, like this video if you found it entertaining or helpful inside the least bit. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see me do more content such as this. And make sure you leave a comment as well, because I would like to know, do you want me to do another one of these videos? Because I'm sure at my local supermarket, just literally across the street, I could buy 10 additional flavors that are not any of these, and I can just keep this thing going. I mean, apparently these are big inside of Japan, so you know, every company seems to have more than one. So there is that. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside the world. And I will see you guys next time. And until next time, peace. I'm out.